Hi everyone, this is lesson number 2 in my 3 common chord series, G, C, and D. What I'm going to show you in lesson number 2 is what I consider to be more beginner steps and possibly hacks. Not totally right, but they can be used in a pinch if people can't switch between these 3 chords, which, by the way, I think is really hard to get good at. I've seen students do it very quickly in a matter of a week, and I've seen others take literally years and never be able to be fluent at switches that involve that much finger movement. It all depends on your personality and your dedication and the amount of time that you are able to spend with your instrument. So these are some easier and or trick ways to play G, C, and D. The first way is this. First of all, a chord is only 3 notes. So when you play these 3 strings, the D, G, and the B, that literally is a G chord. That's a real G chord. I could play it this way, or I could play it so you can hear that those 3 strings are the same chord. They're inside, they're in the middle of this chord that I'm holding down. Okay, so my first hack is to play G with just the open strings like that. Second way that I find very easy, gives a good sound, is to hold down G like this. And then if you want to make it bigger so that you could get the low note, you usually take this finger, put it up here, and it doesn't matter if it's touching this string because we want it to come out like a drum, like a thud like that. So the back of this finger is touching that string. So now I have a pretty full G chord, and it's real hard to tell whether it's this one or this one. Are they switching or are they not? Well, they are. But because this note is buried in the middle, it's very hard to tell which one I'm doing. So that's my second way to do an easy G chord. For a C chord, this is really one of the hardest shapes to hold down on the guitar I have found to get people to be good at. It's hard to make it sound good. It's hard to have the right amount of pressure on each note so that it plays in tune. So what I like to do for an easy C chord with pretty much everybody is this. You take your easy G chord and you literally close it up. So this finger goes to string 5 on a C note, and this finger here goes to string 2 on a D note. So this is a little bit richer sounding than a plain old C chord, but it is a C chord. It's called a C add 9 chord, or C add 2, either one. So if you have a song that goes, you could play it like this. And lastly, for my D chord, instead of making an entire D chord, I'm going to go back to this C, leave that finger down, and put my first finger here, and now I'm only going to strum 3 strings. This is called a D5 chord, or a D power chord. If you strum the first string, you're touching it, so you can't really hear the difference. So a real D chord sounds like, and this chord sounds like, again,